racial injustice, and the lasting impacts of a devastating pandemic. The situation is beyond urgent. In order to face these challenges with the best we've got, we need to find ways to strengthen our clarity, compassion, and courage. Cultivating a strong training in meditation and mindfulness is not an opiate to escape what's going on, but a way for us to truly still the mind and look deeply in order to see ourselves and the world clearly. From this foundation of clarity and insight, we'll be able to take the most appropriate, effective action to transform the situation and create a regenerative culture in which all life is respected. Thay tells us that the world doesn't need another ideology or doctrine, but the kind of awakening that can restore our spiritual strength. This audiobook, edited by his students, offers his most inspirational and timely teachings for the next generation, and his guidance on how we can truly sustain our efforts to help our society and planet without burning out. Thay first asked us to begin working on this book almost a decade ago, and we're excited to have finally assembled in one volume his powerful Zen teachings on deep ecology, engaged action, community building, and collective awakening, drawn from his writings, talks, interviews, and question and answer sessions. Thay gives voice to a very practical, everyday ethic that can guide our decisions and actions, transform the everyday habits that hold us back, and help us touch joy and meaning right in the heart of each moment. Thay explains that without such an ethic, without a spiritual dimension to guide our daily lives, we will lose everything. Before Thay suffered a major stroke in 2014, many of us who lived and trained with him had a chance to experience his guidance directly. He nurtured and challenged us, encouraged and sometimes scolded us. He was tender as a grandfather, fierce as a warrior. There were times he mobilized us to be some of his many arms of engaged action in the world. And whatever the task, it was always to be done with direct immediacy. I learned that a young student should never ask her teacher, "Are you sure?" In true Zen style, there were moments when Thay declared, "Don't just do something, sit there." At other moments, he'd call our names and send us off from our cushions out of the meditation hall to work on something urgent we'd not yet finished. There were days when the action was so pressing he'd remind us, with a gentle smile and a glint in his eye, that there's no need to eat lunch. The human body can survive several days without food. And there were yet other days when, seeing us working so hard we'd forgotten to eat, he quietly went into the kitchen himself to prepare us hot soup for dinner. It is hard to put into words Thay's compassion and light, and his bright, penetrating gaze. It's hard to express his gentleness and warmth. It's hard to explain how much love and trust he offers unconditionally to all those who consider themselves his students. Thay encourages us to boldly reimagine an entirely new way of living and doing things, and to never be afraid to dream. And he reminds us, no matter what, to always work together, never alone. As companions on the path, we invite you to join us on a journey to the heart of his teachings on Zen and the art of saving the planet.
I have been looking for you, my child, since the time when rivers and mountains still lay in obscurity. I was looking for you when you were still in a deep sleep, although the conch had many times echoed in the 10 directions. From our ancient mountain I looked at distant lands, and recognized your steps on so many different paths. Where are you going? In former lifetimes you have often taken my hand, and we have enjoyed walking together. We have sat for long hours at the foot of old pine trees.